cutthroat. If you didn't know, now you know they really cutthroat. If you didn't know, now you know they really cutthroat. If you didn't know, now you know they really. Have you not believed in what you seeing in your eyes? They tell you what it is and now you are surprised.
Welcome back to Media Mesh, where I give you my unapologetic opinion on everything from music, movies, news, reality TV, and so much more as we go down a rabbit hole. Well, as we all know, Mr. Sean P. Diddy Combs has paid Miss Cassie. So I want to talk really quick about this, guys. And number one, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We definitely appreciate that here at Media Mesh. And of course, this is for the intelligent dissection of social media. So keep that in mind. Now, in the court of public opinion, obviously, most people would feel that he is guilty of these things. And again, who are we talking about? Is he known for having a great reputation in the world of music? Obviously not. From not paying artists to now allegedly want to give them their royalties, which according to Aubrey O'Day, I think is about $800, $900 or something like that, because of the streaming is not generating serious revenue anymore. So it just goes without saying. But, this is a debate that has been taking place on social media. I've been seeing a lot of people say, well, it was just a come up for Cassie. It was a relationship that she participated in for 10 years. And, now she wants to get something out of it because she's broke. So you have people that say that. And then you have other people who say that, this was truly indeed the GRAPE. And maybe it's a matter of Stockholm syndrome where she wasn't able to break free from his hands. So that's a touchy subject because I guess both could be possibly true, right? There is possible to have two truths at the same time. So I guess in a way it's like retribution for what all she's endured. Being a younger person, dating him, of course, yes, an older man can manipulate you, especially if you feel that, your career is going to be enhanced in some kind of way by participating with this person. But do I feel any type of way about it? Well, no. If it's coming from him, because, just his history, so many things he's been alleged of doing to artists, taking advantage of them to put him at this almost billionaire status, if not a billionaire status. And then also, if it wasn't true, then he has enough financial backing to fight this tooth and nail to the end. Right. And then, of course, she would have to have the money to be able to fight this in the courts, outside of the court of public opinion. So does this show guilt? In my estimation, absolutely. Absolutely. Because if you did not do something, you are not going to pay 30 million or however much, undisclosed amount of money, but it was something substantial, obviously, to make it go away. And it's too late. It's already out there. Then you have artists like Slim Thug. He spoke out about it. And he's getting backlash. So, this is kind of interesting because, people who participate in relationships as adults, even though they might be in their teens, a lot of people don't really have any sympathy or remorse. Well, I guess just sympathy, shall we say. But does he appear to be a person that's upstanding? Obviously not. And what's 30 million? But the reality is that this is just the beginning. I imagine more and more people are going to come at him who have been negatively impacted by his presence in their life, especially considering he's such an egomaniac that he wants to preserve his image at literally any cost, because he paid this in less than 19 hours. And if you look at the actual complaint, that's very graphic and very detailed. So there's no question whether or not these things happened, because if they did not happen, then he would be turning around and suing her for defamation. So she was smart. It was strategic. Her motivation behind it, hey, who knows? But at the end of the day, she felt that she was entitled to get some money out the situation. That's really the only way that you could hurt him, if you really think about it, because if you go to criminal court, he has enough money to invest in the right attorneys. But it doesn't mean a criminal suit is not on the way, because you have to really look at this as an admission of guilt, right? So if these claims that she put on here, if there's any truth to it, especially the GRAPE thing, then it's quite conceivable that you could move forward with a criminal trial if she chose to go that direction. What does that mean for her? It remains to be seen. And so in some instances, she might be safe, right? Because it's such a widespread story that if he tried to unalive her, then that would look very suspicious. But it doesn't mean that he can't get at others. And by now, I'm sure he is well familiar with her family. So I think she might just leave it right here. What do you think? Should she go further, try to lock him up, or she should just take her money and run? Also, I want to know in the comments, do you think it's right to be compensated for being in a relationship with somebody for 10 years, regardless of age, regardless of manipulation? Do you feel that you should be compensated? Again, I'm all for it, only because it's this guy. Now, somebody else, maybe not so much. But, considering his, dirty, deceptive business practices against people of color, like your own rap artists. A lot of them people from Uptown is gone. He's the only one standing. He's the most profitable artist that was ever on his label, oddly enough. And you're the record producer and the owner of the label. And then you are the most successful artist. Yeah, I got to excuse the alarms here. But yeah, you're the most successful artist on Bad Boy Entertainment. You talk about narcissist at his finest. And there was a time where I looked up to this guy. I remember back in 98, 99, I'm like, yo, this guy is something special. And as time went on, we all got a chance to see, excuse me, got to see exactly who this guy is. And there's no amount of money that's going to make public perception change, in my opinion. But you do have some guys out there that are kind of in his corner. And it's like, you don't know these people. None of us know these people. We're commenting and speaking on what we see on the surface. You don't know the rituals and the different things that these people do behind closed doors for fame. I mean, he's been alleged to do some things with some male artist. Okay. Jaguar Wright, she definitely put some information out there into the universe about this guy, and she has not been sued yet. So either it didn't make his radar, which is highly unlikely, or there must be some element of truth to it. I don't know. But guys, until next time, be blessed, do good, and be good. Until next time, peace.
Who was real with me? In time I came to see who was there for me. They say hold up, wait up, but for what? But for what? Only track you down, they never show up. No, when you need them, only around if you can feed them. Show you no love. No, when you blow up, pull up, while the ride around.